This conference will now be recorded.
All right, good morning. We're going to call the Town of Ocean Ridge Special Magistrate Code Enforcement hearing for Tuesday, September 7th, 2021 to order. It is 10 o'clock. First item on the agenda is adoption of the August 3rd, 2021 minutes. I did review those minutes. There's one addition for an exhibit number, which I spoke with the town staff about. So with that addition, I will go ahead and adopt those minutes. Second, before we get into the cases, I need to swear everybody in who's going to be testifying. You all swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. It looks like we just have one case this morning. It's a fine assessment hearing for case 2021-006. I'll turn it over to the town. I don't believe there are any respondents in the room,
No, Your
so I won't go through the normal speech, but go ahead, town.
Honor. Your Honor, good morning. Chrissy Gall on behalf of the Town of Ocean Ridge. Your Honor, this is the property at 6260 North Ocean Boulevard, Town of Ocean Ridge. Property owners, according to the property appraiser's office, are David and Michelle Sosha. This is a fine assessment hearing, and we have here to testify the building official, Durrani Guy. Also, Kathy Gatewood is here to testify as to additional costs involved in this matter. I believe the original order that was entered on August 3rd had them come into compliance. I think it was with 30 days. Is it 30 days?
Looks like there's two. It looks like the unmaintained pool was complied by August 13th, and then work without a permit complied by September 30th. Excuse me, September 3rd.
Yeah, so the building official will testify to the issue with the permit not being in compliance yet. Mr. Gowdy, do you want to proceed?
Yes. Good morning, Magistrate. Durrani Guy, building official, Town of Ocean Ridge. The initial violation was served by Officer Savino, and this was in relation to work without permit. We have documentation that there was a trailer on site that was overfilled with construction debris. There was evidence of toilets, drywall, cabinets, framing material that was demolished. Obviously, from inside the structure, we have evidence of a photo that we're able to take from outside the building through a side glass door, showing that the kitchen was totally demolished. A notice was sent to the property owner, and there was correspondence between the property owner and Officer Savino acknowledging that work was being done. They specifically stated that they had flood water damage and that they were replacing kitchen cabinets and other things inside the house. They were specifically advised that building permits were required for the work that was being done inside the building. To date, we have not had an application for any work inside the building, specifically having to do with a remodeling of the kitchen. I did go by on 9/3 to do a follow-up, a compliance follow-up. The side door that we were able to observe the work inside the kitchen had some kind of plastic covering, so we're not able to see inside the structure anymore. On that day, it was also noted that the pool violation is now in compliance. The pool has been cleaned and that is no longer an issue. Work was being observed at the property. There were 2 construction workers who were in and out doing work, and they were advised that they should not be doing work associated with any of the previous violations. There was an extension cord, there was several bags of concrete and different tools sitting on the outside, a vehicle parked on the side of the building. So just to clarify that there was an application to replace a front door which was issued. The front door had no connection to the previous citation that was there. The work specifically that we were expecting a permit had to do with a kitchen remodel that was observed and photographed, documented, and that was not done. An additional notice was posted at the location to a stop work order and also for unlawful continuance, which is the Florida Building Code violation. I believe it's Florida Building Code 115.3. Thank you.
And I don't know if you have any questions for building official?
So what is the town seeking? The pool you said you inspected on 9/3 and was in compliance, or is the town seeking a fine for that period between August 13th and September 3rd or September 2nd?
The compliance date for the pool.
Was
I
the
think
third?
the pool was complied on August 13th.
Yes,
Was
is the
the
inspection
application-
report there?
On August 13th.
Okay, so your testimony is that August 13th is the date of compliance for the pool? Okay. So you're only seeking a fine today for the unpermitted work, which remains
Yes, Your
out of
Honor.
compliance?
For that fine of $250 a day to continue. And Ms. Gatewood has a testimony as to additional costs incurred by the town for additional inspections that have occurred since the original order was entered.
And are those captured in the 207?
Yes,
Copy
they
cover
are.
sheet for today's hearing?
Yes.
Okay,
The original administrative costs have not been paid to date.
from the August hearing? so you're
Right,
looking for-
$249.
Okay,
So I think, Your Honor, that would bring the total administrative cost to $456, and we would ask that the fine continue for the work without permit at $250 per day. And I think the original compliance date, which was September 3rd. Sorry, I guess September 4th.
so that'd be for, let's see. Yeah, September 3rd. So you'd be seeking a fine of $1,000 and continuing until compliance is achieved?
Yes.
Okay, still does not appear anybody on behalf of the respondents is present. Have you spoken to anybody since the previous hearing from the respondents? It looks like there's email communication that I looked at the last hearing, but since then, have you heard, has the town heard anything?
No, magistrate, I'm not aware that there has been any communication.
Okay,
Your Honor, I'm not aware of any communications. Officer Savino may be able to testify if she's been contacted.
No, I have not.
okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, anything further from the town?
No, Your Honor.
In case 2021-006, I'll enter the town's composite exhibit 1, which includes exhibits 1 through 13 into evidence. I find that based on documentation in the case file, you have good and sufficient notice for this morning's hearing. I'll find that based on the testimony of the building official and town staff that the property came into compliance with regard to the unmaintained pool on August 13th, 2021. However, the outstanding violation with regard to work done without a permit, violation of 67-51 remains in violation of the town code. And I will therefore enter an order assessing fine in the amount of $1,000 and continuing at $250 a day until compliance is achieved. I'll reaffirm the town's administrative costs for the August code enforcement hearing in the amount of $249.40. And I'll also assess the respondents' administrative costs for today's hearing in the amount of $207, with all administrative costs payable within 30 days if that's amenable to the town. All right, I think that does it for that case. Anything further from the town?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, then this meeting is hereby adjourned at 10:09.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.